All right, let's take a quick look at Dynamics 365 Sales Mobile, which is a free application for your Apple device, for your Android device. Whether you're using a phone or a tablet, there are dedicated apps for both. So I would highly recommend if you've got a Dynamics 365 license that you take advantage of these free applications, especially if you're on the go. Extremely beneficial, and you really don't have to learn a new application. If you know how to use the desktop application on your browser, you're going to have no problem transitioning here. So the app itself, I'm actually going to be showing you, is on my iPhone. And you can see on my screen here what that looks like as I'm just sharing a view here of the sales app on my device. Now, initially up front here when you first log in, and you're going to have to use your typical Microsoft credentials, whatever you're using to log into Dynamics 365 on your desktop today is going to get you access here. So a couple of things to take note of. When I log in to the app here, it is going to highlight my calendar. So things that are coming up next, right? So if I'm using Outlook, for example, and I'm plugging in different meetings, it's going to keep me on my toes here. I can join a Teams meeting if that is something that I've used for setting up a meeting. I can do all that right from my mobile device. And then it's also going to take a look at any recent records that I've looked at here. So in this case, contacts. So who are those different contacts I've looked at in my system? It's also going to look at other recent records, such as maybe opportunities, for example. And if I come down here and actually scroll on my phone, you can see there was an account I was looking at, another account has been going across here. So I could quickly pop those open, just kind of, easy to jump back into something if I'm transitioning from my desktop to maybe on the go and I need to remember what I was just looking at. So in this case, I'm going to open up an opportunity, and that's going to allow me to really, as I mentioned before, do anything that I could on my desktop. So this is a sample of an opportunity form here. You can see I've got all the real core information. As I scroll through it, you can see I've got a lot of detail in here. Again, really that same end user experience as if I was using the desktop. And I'll show you the one for one here. So if I crack open my opportunities area and actually drill down into that opportunity that we were just looking at in this demo environment here, it's going to allow me to open that up. And now let's go ahead and get a side-by-side view here so we can see what that looks like. So you can see I'm in the develop stage right now. I could move forward or back in my on my mobile device as well, but I'm able to make quick updates here to this opportunity. Now, some other things that are really neat when you're on the go here that you don't really have the capability of using on a desktop app is going to be some of these additional features for your timeline. So if I'm going on site and I need to add a photo or capture some video, even capturing voice here or adding an attachment from my device, I can do all of that from mobile as well. And that'll quickly make an update. So, for example, if I crack open my camera here, I'll just take a picture of that, use that photo, and I'm just going to say tests. All right, so we've got that photo there. Now all I have to do is go in and add that note, and now that's going to show up on this record. So if I refresh my screen back here, that is going to show up also on that opportunity inside this timeline here. So that is a quick highlight of just what this home screen looks like. Down here on the bottom, I do have the ability to search for records inside of Dynamics right from my mobile device as well. And then I've got this plus button here where I can go in and add an activity, create an account, really anything that I've got security privileges to access, I can go in and do all that from that quick create plus button here. The meetings icon here is going to have access to my calendar. So as I mentioned before, we've got the ability to join a Teams meeting right from a mobile device as well. So you can see I've got 2 appointments showing up here on my calendar for the rest of the day. And if I look at tomorrow, it looks like I've only got 1 appointment there. So if I go into the more area down here, this ellipses, that is actually going to give me really a one for one, if I slide this over a little bit, for what my desktop application experience is going to look like. So you can see I've got my recent and pinned area, and then I've got Copilot dashboards and activities. And if I scroll down a little further, again, I'm going to have really everything that I've got access to inside of the desktop application. So if I come back up into my dashboards area, for example, we're going to see our sales activity social dashboard. And if I open that up here, and then let's go ahead and crack this back open. The coloring is a little bit different, but the charts themselves are going to be really the same. So reflecting the same data, just slightly different coloring here within the charts, but really a one for one. So just wanted to highlight that really quick video here, and hopefully it was beneficial to you. And again, if you're not using Dynamics 365 for sales on your mobile device, whether that a phone or a tablet, I would highly encourage you to do so. Thank you.